transforming them to abandon FGM.
Universities in the country are raising concern over persistent funding gaps, which scholars say are stifling research, innovation, and the commercialization of academic ideas. Despite a growing pool of talent and government efforts to improve accountability, institutions continue to rely heavily on donor funding, limiting the impact and sustainability of homegrown research. Speaking at a science and innovation workshop in Kisumu, university leaders and researchers called for increased local funding, stronger coordination, and closer collaboration between academia, industry, and government to unlock Kenya's full innovation potential.
One of the things that we have found out, especially in the morning, that there are policy misalignment, where there's policy overlap. Different state agencies are almost doing the same things that are there. We found out that even in terms of the innovations that are happening within the country, for example, data on patents that was presented this morning, that 90% of patents that are registered in this country are foreign patents. After this period, we are going to look at the funding landscape in Kenya. For sure, Kenya is funding the GDP expenditure on R&D is actually 0.78. That is very low. We are targeting 2%, but it is 0.78. What is the missing gaps that are there?
When you employ a professor, we tell him 70% of your work is research and 30 should be teaching. But when you go to the ground, it's the opposite. Why? Because the research part is limited because of one major factor: funding. In the country, we don't have lots of money going to directly for funding because of limited resources from the exchequer. And a professor struggles to get that funding. So they end up not doing the research they were meant to do.
Very well, that story on university funding takes us to a fast commercial break right here on News Desk. Don't go too far, we'll be back with much more.